Well, you may not be free to do whatever you want if you're visiting Warrington Domain. Some locals there are making a large amount of noise, rightfully so I would say, about freedom camping. Some huge numbers are being spoken of. Between February and April, I think it was, 10,000 people used, 10,000 visitors, freedom campers visited Warrington Domain. They tore up the grass, they left human effluent and rubbish and various things all over the place, and people are saying enough is enough. Resident Reese Owens is quoted to have said, because they're talking about how this could be run in a better way for the community. He's talking about sending them to a camping ground so you can't have freedom campers. This is what he said. We are talking about 10,000 people, that's through this time period, staying at $20 a night if they went to a camping ground. We're talking about some big dollars that the community would have got from camping in camping grounds, which I think is a very fair point, especially when I think he's quoted as saying 105 campers stayed in one night. On one night there was 105 people on the Warrington Reserve.
I think this is obviously an issue that is a result of the really massive tourism boom that we've got at the moment. It's a really, really hard one to try and deal with. You can say people should stay in camping grounds, but they don't have to, and they don't want to, and they just don't do it these days. A lot of them, a lot of these guys who come over. And the other aspect of it, the issue of faeces being left behind. I don't know if you've ever been to a place where that happens, and it's just unbelievably disgusting. It's tricky because the government's put I think $12 million this year into the budget that councils can get to provide infrastructure, which is really toilets. But then if you put toilets in a place where there's a field, then you're going to get thousands of people going there like you have there. I don't know there's any easy answer to this particular problem.
$12 million, respectfully, is chicken.
It's very small.
That's 12 toilet blocks through the country.
I don't know how much they are. I think they're 100. Well, I'm not sure how much they cost. I don't think they're $1 million each. But it's a small amount, and it certainly needs to be more. But it's a really, really complex and difficult problem.
But the point you've made, if this is part of our tourism economy, and this is bringing money into the country,
yes,
then surely it's acceptable to put this at the feet of the government.
Look, I think there's certainly room for some of the money that's coming in from tourism to go back into dealing with this, particularly for regions and particularly for areas where they have small ratepayer bases that have to trump up with the cost of dealing with these people.
And what about camping grounds? What about just saying no more? Sorry. Apparently this in Warrington they're allowed to do this. It's legal to be freedom camping there, and just going no more.
But how do you police such a thing? If they don't go to Warrington camping ground, Warrington Reserve, they'll go somewhere else. You can't force them into camping grounds. I think is the problem. And if they're on a real budget, they'll go and sleep by the side of the road somewhere.
Well, the other thing though is, okay, if they're on a real budget, I guess I'm thinking also about, what did you call in one of our previous clips, the camper vans?
Road maggots.
Road maggots. I'm thinking about the big comfortable ones that you can live in. But but we're talking about combis and wicked vans, and they're not necessarily people who have, because what I was going to say is they're paying $150 a night for these campers. They might be paying $40 a night because they're not the standard that was in my mind when I was thinking about that. So point taken, no money, how do they do it?
Yeah, exactly. There's no hotels for them to stay in Dunedin anyway, so it's a different point. So the thing about it is who actually goes to the toilet in public. I couldn't, honestly, you said it's disgusting, and I'm sure you are bang on the money. Seriously, that's the part I just can't get over that, and I'm with the residents 1,000% on this one. And maybe it's probably what David says. So if they get their way, Warrington, right, and so they say, right, this reserve is now for the local people. You can't freedom camp here. The problem will just get pushed somewhere else. But if I'm in Warrington, I'm going, that's someone else's problem now. Thank God for that.